They say that the best laid plans of mice and men sometimes go awry, and this may be one of those learning experiences, but I'm going to give it a try anyway. This is my anvil. This is an unaltered length of railroad track, and it's working out real well for me, but there's a couple of things I'd like to do. This pair of tongs I made, you can see that there's angular indentations along the inside of this curve. That's because when I was making this, I had to lay it across there to bend it over, and that hard corner right there digs into the piece. On virtually every anvil I've ever seen, there is a horn which tapers down, which is rounded over. And in addition to that, underneath the horn on most anvils is cut out. What I'd like to do today is to try to alter this end of the anvil so that it is a little more, I don't know, a little more versatile, a little more useful for doing curves and things like that. My plan for today's project is to use my angle grinder with using a combination of these thin cutting wheels and a heavier grinding wheel to accomplish the modifications to the anvil. First thing I did was to try to see exactly how hard this anvil is, and what I have discovered, as you can see, is that it cuts fairly easily with just a standard file, which means that this is not particularly hard and should cut fairly easily. I decided to lay it down so I can get a little better angle on it. I've been at this for well over an hour, and let me tell you guys, this railroad track is some tough stuff. I've gotten a bit down through there, probably 1/4 to 1/2 inch deep here. I mean, I'll get that piece out of there, but this is going to take some work. This is a lot tougher than I thought it would be. Alright, I'm through on the top, and on the bottom, and on the side. Now all I have to do is get the corners taken care of. My gosh, this has been a chore. I'll tell you what, if you intend on doing this sort of thing, be ready to put some work into it. That's a pretty tough chunk of steel. I'm going to have to find out what railroad tracks are made of. I might want to make something out of this. Okay, I have been at this for 2 days. I got the gap down here taken care of. This has been a pain. I'm not sure I would ever recommend anybody doing this. I'm going to go ahead and post what I've got so far. If I ever get this damn thing finished, you'll see the finished product. But yeah, this is I'm not sure this is a project I would recommend, to be honest with you. It's a pain in the butt, particularly when all you got to work with is an angle grinder. Maybe if I had some other more sophisticated cutting tools it'd be a lot easier, but that angle grinder is no match for this, that's for sure. Alright, I got the wedge parts off of here, and now I've switched to the grinding wheel, and I'm going to round over this edge along here. I'm going to round it over. I have no idea how long that's going to take, but in any case I'm going to just put together this video and post it tonight and come up with more later on. Thanks. Okay, I took a little more time to grind it down. This is nice and rounded over. And I'm going to use it as is, and if it turns out I need to grind this to a tighter radius or maybe remove some of this under here, I'll do that at a later time. But man, I'm glad this is over with. I'll get to doing some actual smithing work here soon.